Hello, my name is Tony Cohn,
And I'm Kenny Callis.
and welcome to our first edition of Search Squad. Search Squad is a weekly feature at People Search News where readers' emails will be answered via video format. Today's email comes from Shirley in Petaluma, California.
Hi, Shirley.
Yes. Hello, Shirley. How are you doing today? I hope the weather is doing okay. It's a little breezy over here. The first thing Shirley wants to know is, what are some just basic search tips that you guys have for the readers? And that's a very good question. We get that a lot. And the thing is, I mean, sure, you can type in names and find some people easily, but to really find those hard to reach people, you have to do a little more digging. And so the first tip I would offer is know somebody's middle name. There can be a lot of Don Smiths out there in the world, but if you know the guy's name is Don Augustus Smith, you'll help find the target a lot easier. So if you can find a middle name, that's definitely the right way to go. And then next, Kenny can explain if you know where they live. That's also very important. Where they used to live.
Yeah, you should know the city and state they are in at one point, or are in at this time. Because when you pull up someone's name, it's going to give you a list of an address, which you should know as well. That's another tip, is their current address or an address they used to live at. All the information you'll get, it'll have information over the last 30 years. So you can have an old roster from SOC or whatever with someone's address. You're trying to find an old friend. So these are kind of important facts to know as far as where they are at or where they were last at one point.
Yeah, definitely. Like he was saying with the streets, if you know, hey, they used to live on my street, like they're my neighbor, even if you don't remember the exact address, but you can see their street name or that street name in the results, that's definitely helpful.
Yeah.
So that's definitely, any kind of old address information will help, because most of these people searching sites, their records go far back. I know, for example, peoplefinders.com, their records go back 30 years, but most are at least 5 or 10 years. So old information is definitely helpful. It's also good if you can find their family members too. So if you're finding somebody and you maybe find somebody that appears to be their mom or their sister, there's a couple things you can do. First off, many people search companies have what is called associates, and so what that means is people that their names are associated with in the database. So these could be relatives, friends, or what have you, but chances are they'll know who your search subject. So if you find them, first of all, you're on the right track. But also, if you want to move your search along and zero in on the person, you always do it the old-fashioned way and just contact the person yourself. So say, you know what, I think this is their mom. I'm going to write them a letter or give them a call or something like that, and just reach out and say, hey, are you so-and-so's mom or sister? Can you help me find them? So that will definitely help. And then also one thing that is very important is maiden names. I know obviously in society, most of the time in the United States when somebody gets married, they take the husband's last name. And so that kind of, that's an okay tradition. Whatever you feel about that is fine. But what happens there is a lot of times it's tougher to get a hold of somebody.
Yeah.
So maiden names are very key. And a lot of search places are definitely addressing that issue now.
You can also look at their marriage record too, as far as their maiden name, or their new name.
Yes.
If you're doing like a high school reunion, trying to find some people, stuff like that. So that's important too.
Yeah, definitely. And the maiden name is definitely helpful. And also, if you know their approximate age, you don't have to know their exact age, but if you're searching for an old high school friend, well, hey, if I see results and somebody's 32 and I graduated, 20 years ago or what have you, you would know if that person was correct or not. So you can kind of gauge if you're the right person by their age too. So all these little things will help you find those tougher to find people. And so these are just kind of things that we pick up just covering the people search industry. Mm-hmm. And go ahead, Kenny.
Well, what I was going to say is the more information you know the person, the better, the easier it will be to find them. Because generally these search sites, what it does, it gives you a list, and it gives you a list of phone numbers, addresses, any alias names they went by, or family members. So if you know a family member and an address, but you're not sure the age or anything like that, you can kind of judge off that. So you go, okay, well, this person looks right, but this person doesn't. Because what it is, if you're looking for a John Smith in Sacramento, it pulls up all the John Smiths in Sacramento.
Yeah.
It ranges from different ages. So you got to do some searching of your own. Put certain clues together to find this person.
Exactly, and that's what a lot of people don't know is when they sign up for these people search sites, they think, I'll just type in some real simple stuff and I'll find the person real easily. And a lot of times, it's not the system's fault, but it's just kind of how public records are laid out. So a lot of times it's a little tougher. And so just the more information you have, the better. And also older information will help you out, surely. And then The second thing Shirley wants to know is our editor, Guy Dublaché, single? And last I checked, he is single, but he's currently in France. So that is, what can you do?
Go to France.
Yeah, that's about it. So thank you, Shirley, for your question. And if you want to send out a question that we can answer via either email or video, let us know. Our email address is mystory@peoplesearchnews.com. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.